Hello YouTube, hello everybody. Today we're gonna talk about living in bubbles. I have with me to discuss about this topic Fábio, Rafael, and Gislaine. So if you don't know me yet, my name is Fábio Nones. I'm host here on TNT, and here on TNT we talking English, Spanish, French, Italian. If you want to work out your English or other language, please join us to speak in a different language. So, guys, Gislaine, please could you introduce yourself for us?
Of course. Guys, my name is Gislaine. I grew up in São Paulo. I graduated in civil engineer. I did some course like SketchUp, Harvard, some course. And now I work in construction. I have been married to 14 years. I have my business on. Now I renovation house. But at this moment, I just buy house and to sell house. In my free time, I like watching cartoon in English. I continue because I love it too much. And sometimes I go visit my friend, just talk and sharing. That's it about me.
Very good, thank you so much. Fábio, let me know more about you.
Hi guys, my name is Fabio Lima. I'm from Salvador, Bahia. I'm 27 years old. I'm work graphic design, but I can work now art director. I have an age of experience in my field. I learn English because I want to work in another country and earn in dollar. In my free time, I like to study. Spend time with my girlfriend and my two little cats. I like to exercise this.
Very good, very good, thank you so much. And you, Rafa, please introduce yourself.
Yeah, so hello everyone. My name is Rafael. I'm 32. I grew up in São Paulo. I have a bachelor's and master's degree in law. Nowadays, I'm doing my PhD, even in law. And I've been teaching in university to pay my bills and because I like it for the last 3 years, and it's amazing. And I'm here to improve my English with you to discuss about interesting topics like this one that we will discuss now.
Very good, thank you so much. And guys, let's start. So we talked a little bit about this kind of topic, and then let's immersion. So I'm bringing uh I'm adding some questions about this topic today. So the number one is, do you think we choose friends who think like us, and why? Rafa, what do you think?
I think it's the most common thing. It's not just how to say it's not mandatory. It's not something that we do in the for with all of how to say that our friends, but it's something common because normally in a friendship we are how to say that seeking for someone that have the same values than you, and maybe it's a problem, but it's even something that it's so common, but and good too, because you can share your feelings that how say that can be more empathy in this kind of relationship. But we to just give another example that it's not necessary how say that to choose friends that think like us is when you have just one point in common with someone and for example, to really feel fulfill our soul, I can say, we need many and different kind of friends. So, in especially in my field, for example, in law, I have many friends. They are not so close, I have to admit, but I have many friends that think totally different from me. But we have point in commons that has made me consider them like a friend because just with them I can talk about some subjects. For example, Roman law. It's something that there's not so much people that studied Roman law, and normally the people are very conservative, so totally different, opposite from me.
Yeah, interesting point. Interesting point. I think it's not everything similar, but one or two topics to talk, and because of these similarities, we can have a connection with this person, right? So it's so common, for example, soccer here. So you you support the same team like me, and then we can talk. And so it's very common, for example, or other things like that, gym and things like that. Um, Gislaine, what do you think about?
Yeah, I agree with Rafael, but I try, Rafael, to make friends like nice people and fun and smart, of course. And because I learn it every single day, you know. And of course, I have a friends, they have too much dreams, goals. I like them. But I have different friends too, like go to just gym, just thinking about the body, you know. But it's a good person, but just gym. But here, for example, in Talk, I have a friend here, just study English. I think I'm considered one person like separate this thing. You know, if someone disagree, like I disagree, I explain, of course, my point of view, but everything's totally for me fine. It's okay.
Very good, very good. And you, Fabio, what do you think about the number one? You are muted.
Zoom. For me, yes. We generally choose friends how things are like us because it make it easy to get along and understand each other. However, we also learn a lot when here interacting with different people. I'm like that, for example.
Yeah, it's interesting to think that because normally, for example, my friends, when I'm thinking about friends, really friends, I think we have more similarities than just people that I talk, you know. So when I'm thinking about friends, I'm thinking about two or three person and normally think not everything like me, but the most part of the important things like me. So I think it's interesting to think, and it's kind of dangerous at the same time because of the bubbles. So if I'm just listen to people with the same, I don't know, but same perspectives, we can, I don't know, but live in a bubble. So and it's interesting to think. So the number two, it's interesting as well to think. Like number two, how do social media platforms decide what to show you? It's so interesting this question, and the last immersion we were talking about that because, for example, I'm using TikTok. If I like one video about exercise, gym, body, and I have a lot of other videos about. Uh, this week I liked one video about capoeira. So nowadays I'm the TikTok are showing to me a lot of videos about capoeira. So it's interesting to think about that because how the social media platforms decide what to show you. Let's think about that. Number two. Rafa, please, would you start for us?
Of course, I think that yeah, I remember we talked about it, and I remember that I gave an example of myself too. Nowadays, I'm trying to work out, and especially with YouTube, and I'm trying to follow for the first time in my life. I'm follow people in YouTube and just people that personal trainers, etc. And nowadays, it's like I was very someone that just think about gym, and for now it's good to me because it's something new. And I'm trying to learn a lot about it, to learn how to to eat better, to exercise correctly, what kind of exercise I can do at the gym. So, but the point it is, it's something new to me, so it's good for now. But normally we used to, especially if after some time that we have shown interest in one thing, the social media will show us just the same things, but you lost the opportunity to learn new things. I think that it's the most powerful thing about internet, that we have the opportunity to learn and to develop new things, to develop ourselves. And the social media, it's a kind, like how said, a bubble, like you used to say, a kind of how said it, something that just to made you addicted and reinforce your values, your how say that I don't know how to say it, the things that you like it. So that's the problem. You're not open to learn the different how say it, to listen different people. But this is a problem, but not too much. But to me, the thing that it's more how say that I regret more is that we cannot learn new things because you're so addicted, you don't think not anymore, and you're not you will not search new things for yourself, because it's hard. You have to think, you don't know, and they don't how say that, present to us new things. So to me, that's it.
Exactly the point that I'm thinking here. For example, if I don't know, but we have internet, we have connection with the world, but at the same time, the social media selects some topics for us, and we couldn't see other things because of that. If you want to discover another thing, you have to write down. But if you don't know about, you're not write down this in the box of research. So it's interesting because when we think about a lot of opportunities to discover about different topics on internet, because of we have a lot of information nowadays, we have a lot of people talking different points of view, but at the same time, normally we are closed inside a box because of the algorithm that we cannot see other things or discover other points, because normally the social media just show us the same things. So it's so interesting to think about that. Gislaine, let me know, what do you think about?
Guys, I think about when you talk because I thought, oh my gosh, I could shoot word because when someone, for example, guys, I have a friend, they send a lot of video, and one specific guys, he explained for me he has a goal, he has a dream, but he watching a lot of video, you know. For me, my mind, I don't know, guys, I'm sorry, don't judge me, please, but it's a lot of information. Don't have a focus. You need the focus. If you have five things, for example, if you wanna, you need to see to watching this thing, because I understand Rafael, AP, because you need to know another things. But if you have a goals, if you have a dreams, you need to focus. You need to, because it's a lot of information. When I use social media, just YouTube, for example, because I have just YouTube, WhatsApp, I I don't know, guys, but I looking for the video in English, of course, for teaching me, and the things I like it, for example, about construction, I like video in English, of course. And what else? Of course, I like Antonio Robbins, for example. He's makes me like motivated. And of course, algorithm, the internet send me more good content. That's why if I watching another video, for example, my friend sent me, about the politic or another things. It's important, but now this moment, I have a goals, I have a dreams. I need, I need folks. It's a lot of information. That's why I don't care about, I know I need to saw another side, but I can't.
Yeah, I totally got your point, and I agree with your point. But I'm thinking, for example, you like it, Tony Robbins. So Tony Robbins show a lot of important things, important point of view, and normally you think, oh, that friend of mine should watching this video. So, but she's not watch this video because the YouTube will not show for her. So it's interesting because there is a lot of, I don't know, but interesting people, interesting points of view, and now we can't see because the platform doesn't give us this opportunity, you know. So it's
Mhm,
interesting. At the same time, that's the point about focus. So
mhm.
if you see a lot of different things, you cannot focus in one thing. So go ahead, Gislaine.
Yeah, because I spend time, guys. That's why my decision now. Because I spend the time too much. Of course, I talk to my friend a lot of things, and they share with me the video. But they say, "Oh my gosh, 1 hour for watching this video. What this video teaching me? This is my folks." No, you know. That's why we need to pay attention because we spend time. Another thing, if doesn't matter if you know or not. That's why.
Y- Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. Fabio, let me know what you think about number two.
I think about this they use a algorithm that's analyze what you like, comment on and watch, so they show your similar content, believe you like it more. And for me, it's worrying because sometimes I see things I don't want to see. So I ask to limit the type of post.
Important point as well to ask for. Yeah, I cannot see this kind of content. I think it's important to filter your algorithm as
Yeah.
well. So
For
it's
example, much women's the content OnlyFans. I don't like this in my Instagram.
yeah, it's important to ask for the platform, not show for you. Um, guys, let's think about the number three. Do you think your social media feed shows the raw truth about the world? Why or why not? Uh, Rafa, you are laughing, so let me know what you think about it.
Yeah, no, it's kind of I'd say that a question with a answer in this question. No, of course not. No, no. To be honest, I think never nothing in life shows the whole truth about the world, the whole truth about something. So we are the truth. It's something very hard to to. I don't know. It's a utopic concept. It doesn't exist, but it exists too. Nowadays, it's so hard to say that something it's the truth don't exist because we are not believing in the science not anymore. The people believe it that how say that the planet it's not it's not how say that a circle. It's a how to say it as a quadrado. I forgot how to say it. A square. No, it's
Square.
not a square. A square. So it's important. The truth is not. I'm not saying that truth is not important, but that is not especially when we are talking about something that it's not the math or is not something really proved by the science. Even if the science it's is determined by the political choices. That's not a truth, you know. We are just it's important to think more about the arguments and the values that we are using, and try to understand if it is logical or not, based on this how say that arguments that we I don't know how to say it in English, but it's axioms. I know that it exists in English, axioms. So the premises, premise. It's the only way to try to construct something to understand a phenomenon, especially a social phenomenon. So that's it. Especially social media, that it's more tool to how to say that, to manipulate us, to influence us, like we said, the people that you work with social media, they are influenced. So we are trying to mold our behavior, our action. So it's more like that than about the truth of the world.
Yeah, that's a phrase that if it's on internet, it's true. So it's interesting to think about that.
I really like it.
Yeah,
This phrase,
yeah.
it's so no check. Nowadays we can say it. How say that? Oh no, ChatGPT told me, so it's true. I
Yeah,
really like
yeah,
to use
problem,
it.
big problem, big problem. So sometimes my mom show me some videos. Son, see this video is so interesting, and I see, and mom, that's intelligence, artificial intelligence. That it doesn't exist,
Whoa,
but
no,
some
but
people believe.
nowadays
So
it's a no, it's a
yeah, it's
big
hard.
problem, big problem.
It's hard. It's hard to see if it's true or not. Fabio, please let me know what you think about the number three.
For me, no. It only shows a part of the world based on, on my friends. Many important things are left out. And my recommendations are just to pass the time on the abuse day. I use Instagram for about 3 minutes a day at most.
Yeah, and even some friends that post on Instagram, for example, maybe it's not true. Even the people that we we know, so post content that's not true about her life. So yeah, that's my new car, and sometimes it's not true. Or oh, I'm here in some place. Maybe it's not true. So it's interesting. It's interesting to think. And I think the point is questionate, especially deep topics. I think it's important to questionate some some points. So to believe it or not. Gislaine, what do you think about number three?
Yeah, I was listening Rafael. I agree with him, of course, Rafael. And it's hard to say that because of course they are a lot of hiding stuff, many things we don't see. Of course, I agree with Rafael. Yeah, there is one thing is he happened, I think, 4 months or my more, like 6 months ago, like about P Diddy in the United States. You know, guys, it's so big deal. This is a big problem. And oh, how long does this happen? It's too, and of course, I agree.
Guys, very good. So I will skip the number four and let's read the number five. Okay, number five. Do you follow people online who have very different ideas from yours? Why or why not? Sometimes I do that because of the bubble, you know. So I think it's important to follow some people that have different perspective about some top. For example, I work as a personal training, and sometimes I follow people that has different points of view and things that I disagree, but I think it's important to follow because and if I'm wrong, I don't know. Maybe it's important to have different inputs and to question it and discover it makes sense or not. So, or sometimes I'm not totally right, and sometimes the other people is not totally right, but that's some points of view in that view that yeah makes sense for me or not. So I think it's important to have this balance, to follow some people that you don't agree, but maybe it's important to have a different point of view about. And sometimes I do that, especially about my career, people that I have different ideas. Sometimes I doesn't agree, but I follow at the same way because of to have different inputs. Gislani, you do the same or not? Let me
Yeah,
know.
it's the same. It's the same. And you talking about your profession, your but it's me. It's the same when I'm watching the move, like construction. They teaching me like a way it's more easy, you know. That's why I like it too much, and they helps me a lot. And I change, of course, my idea, my you know, and yeah, of course, I love it too. When I watching good video about the different opinion about me, and they of course they explain why. Of course, I like it. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I have the same point. And if I disagree, I think that it forced me to think about my perspective and about the perspective of other person. So I think I can grow using this kind of tool, and I think it's important. Um, Rafa, what do you think?
Oh, what? Oh, okay. So to me, like I've already how said it said here, I don't have not anymore Instagram, so I don't follow anyone. I follow I follow no one nowadays. But for example, but I know that's not just one Instagram that you can do it. But nowadays with the YouTube, that it's the platform that I've been using more. Uh, I'm so hyper focused in learning English, and so I'm not doing it for real. Uh, I'm just how said watching stand up comedy in English, and people talking about how to how said the best exercise for biceps in English too. So it's not so. It's to me it's different about everything that I know, but I cannot say that there are people that have another point of view because it's something that I have no one point of view. So, but to in different way, I try to do it in my work because there are, for example, in a specific work that I'm a specialist in tort law. I'm a specialist in private law in general, private law. And in Brazil, we have two big, how say it, schools of private law. There are the School of São Paulo and School of Rio de Janeiro. And I'm from São Paulo, and I follow this school. But I have how say that, a big respect for everyone from the Rio de Janeiro school, and I try to read everything they publish because it's important, you know, even if they have a different how said approach and results than my school, the school that I prefer to follow in my research. It's so important to be open for because I can learn a lot from them, and even when I disagree with their arguments or conclusions, it's also important. So, especially professionally talking, I think that it's something we have to do. We are obligated to do. It's different because, for example, in my just to a use of social medias nowadays, just to how say learn something that's a little bit neutral. I don't believe, but I cannot see the something very about values or for just you know have fun. So in these moments, I think that we don't have to search out the people that I don't disagree because I don't want to be how say that angry when I when I just relaxing in my free time. But I have to be open to something that I've been trying in my life is to be open to talk with people for example, that I know in the street or in a party that thinks totally different from me. If I think that it's just a disagreement, it's not how say that something that is disrespect in my point of view. So this is my opinion about it.
Yeah, something that doesn't hurt your values, you know. So yeah, I think the same. I think the same. I think about ideas. It's so important to follow different points, or even different books, read different books about different perspectives about, and talk to different people that thinks in a different way when it doesn't hurt our values. I think that's the point for me. Um, Fabio, what do you think about?
I think about yes, because it's help you learn about other perspectives and better understand the world. Even if I don't always agree, I don't mind different opinions, as long as it's no criminal. But it's quite normal to have peoples with different opinions.
Yeah, and I think it's so important to have people in a different opinions, because if you don't do that, we are living in a bubbles. And the number six is how can living only in our bubble, affect our thinking? Um, what do you think, guys, about the number six?
I
Gislaine,
can start.
go
Yeah,
ahead.
I believe with other we learn it and grow, you know. There are many things we can only learn for somewhere else, you know. For example, I think about this question. I was think, Epi, because the stone. Think about the stone, pedra, stone. You know, it's a hard. I don't know how can I say dura, hard, like heavy, but it's a pedra. Enfim, that's it. And with needed another person for to becomes a gel. You know, I can explain another things about the diamond. Diamond, if you put it on another side alone, that is just diamond. But if you put in the diamond and like in front of the store, like there is a price, there is a value. I think you want someone like only like bubble, just bubble. I think doesn't work for me. It doesn't work very well. I think we need to each other.
Very good. Exactly, exactly. Uh, Fabio, what do you think about?
I think it can limit your vision and make us believe they're only on truth, make difficult to coexist with different ideas.
Exactly. I totally agree with you and Gislaine. I think it can limit our view about ourselves, about the world, so about our potential. Sometimes it's interesting because the people don't believe in your own potential because of her bubble, because of I don't know, but talk just the people inside of the house, and it's not a good dialogue. And yeah, I'm not good enough. I'm not capable to do so, and it's interesting to think. So I think limited. It's the word for me about. Half. What do you think about?
Yeah, I agree with you, and I think that the problem is not the bubble. For the bubble. It's living only in our bubble because you probably will not you probably you will how say that lost lose in fact you will lose many how say that the truth. You know, you lose it, not the truth, but I'm being how say that contradictory with what I said before. You can lose the opportunity to evolve yourself. You can lose the opportunity. You can lost the opportunity to how to say, the learning from other opinions, you can lose even something that how to say it, that will affect you, because you're not seeing the whole life, you know. You're just so how to say that, fix in one point of view, and there are many others, and it can be very dangerous for yourself. It can transform yourself in someone extremist, someone that don't accept how say that, other point of views, someone that want to exterminate or just how say that, dominate other people. So it's very dangerous for you, and for the person that live only in his bubble, and for the society in general. So you have to make a effort to know the other point of views, because it's the only way to construct a society, how said, more fair, and how said it, to communicate with the other people, because we don't have another choice, you know. It's not possible just live in our bubble. It's something that is possible in social media, in the digital world, but we have the physical world too. So in this world, it doesn't work like that, fortunately, because if it will work like that, it means that someone is dominating others, and it's a problem. The history can show us that it's not good.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. So I think it's interesting because I think everybody has your own bubble or different bubbles. For example, our family, it's a kind of bubble. We have our jokes, the things that just we know. So and there's a, for example, there's a bubble about my family, and there's a bubble about the people in my career and colleagues of profession. So there's a bubble about, I don't know, but my friends. But if you just living inside these kind of bubbles, you are losing the opportunity to know other people, other ideas, and grow. I think that's the point. I think it's important to talk to everyone and to understand and respect other points of view, and using this kind of thing to grow in your life. So I think that's the point. Um, Guys, let's skip for the number 8. Okay, 8. How does your family, school, or work influence your ideas? What do you think, guys? Um, Fabio, could you start for us?
Yeah.
Number 8.
Uh, for me, they influence you because they transmit the values, experience, and the opinions that ultimately shape the way I think and see the world. For me, this it.
Good, good. Especially family, our first uh, group in life. So I think it's so important because of the values and things like that. Rafa, what do you think about number 8?
I agree with you. I think that these three institutions are, how say that, the one of the most powerful and primordial institutions that we have in the life of a human being in our society. So when we grow up, when we are a child, we were a child. It was our family. Just after, it was our family and school. When you turns an adult, for the most part of us, is the work. So, and it maintains the school. I can just add the friendship, but normally the friendship is not an institution. It's you make your friends normally in one of this, or in the both of these institutions. So this is so important for our, how to say it, our ideas, because you can just develop our ideas living, and our ideas we don't discover alone, you know, even things that we can uh, how to say that, think alone. It's a part of the process, and the process involves involves other people. And these people normally it's so easy to think about it. Of the most part of my friends, people that I know in one of these three situations, one of these three institutions. So I think it told about more about how our society is how said organized than other thing than because we our ideas they came from our experience, they can from came from our contact with other persons, other people.
Exactly, exactly. Very good. Thank you so much. Gislaine, let me know what you think about.
Yeah, guys, I will share with you guys. I think that's why I live too far, my family. Sorry, this is a joke. Yeah, it's too hard to say about this because I work myself about this, but my mom, she said all the time, "Oh, you need to come back, Brazil." My brothers, my siblings too, you know. But I have a fox. I change my mind all the time. And guys, last 2 years, yeah, last years I went to Brazil, and my friends and my family, it's like the same idea. 5 years passed, but they say they continue the same. 5 years, guys. It's too hard for me to say about this, but of course, influence too much. That's why I move it. I leave it too far, and like I'm learning. I learn it. Don't judge them, but I learn it because if I do the same idea, I was in Brazil this moment. You know.
Yeah, yeah. It's interesting because you said about that, and I remember about my life. Because, for example, here I live in Brasilia, and here normally the people, it's almost of mandatory to have to be in a service public, you know. So it's kind of mandatory here in Brasilia, and I don't like this kind of thing. So, and I really like to be to work as a personal trainee and to do my things. So because of that, I did my decisions because my family, especially my dad, doesn't agree with me. My friend doesn't agree with me, but I listen to my heart. So I think
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it's so important this kind of thing. So if you just listen, the people around you, the people that build your ideas, you will be in maybe in a place that you doesn't like to be. So I think it's important to listen people inside your family, your close people, but at the same time different perspectives about the world because it give you a different point of view about the world. So interesting to have this
Yeah,
mix of ideas.
yeah. I love them. I love them. But just one to twice, like the same during the years, it's okay. No more. I love them, but it's for me it's better living too far, because they have like limited your brain. That's why. And for
Yeah.
example, if I was in Brazil, I remember when I finished engineer construction, guys, I talk, oh, I need to do this, I need to do this. My mom, my brother, he says, oh, you need to be careful because it's not easy. You need to be careful all the time. And then that's why now I feel like comfortable, and I do like to buy a house to sell. It's not a problem. But in Brazil, I don't know why I didn't. I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. Fabio, you answered this question? I don't remember.
Uh,
Number
yes, I,
nine.
I asked the question. Nine?
Oh,
Wait,
no,
eight,
eight.
no. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. For me, the influence because they transmit values,
Yeah,
experience, and the opinions.
exactly that. Thank you too much. Uh, Hello again, guys. Hello again. So let me know how was the conversation in the second room, Madison. Let me know how was the conversation.
It was so good to talk with Gabi, Camila, and Daphne because we talked about our thoughts about the subject and we share our points of view. I thought it was so good. Like,
Okay, and about the number 10, 11. Have you ever changed your mind after hearing a different point of view, Madison?
yes, yes, because I open for different points of view. But I need to agree with the different points, the different opinion, but it was happening on a moment before. Yeah, yeah.
Good, very good. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Camila, how was for you? Let me know.
For me, it's very, very important to hear different points of view all the time and to respect. We talked a lot about this in conversation today, and I could talk for them a lot of examples of my life when I had a opinion, and after I can learn, I can listen new things about other people, and I always learn it a lot. I don't need to agree. I don't need to do what the other said for me, but I always can see other points of view, and this is very very important to my grow up. And for example, now I am here in this new style of life because one day someone told me, "Oh, this is possible. To work remotely is possible. To work for another country is possible." And when I learned it and I listened about this, I think, okay, it's very, very possible. So I will do this. And I couldn't do yet, but I know that one day I will do. So it's very important to learn with the other.
Exactly that, exactly that. Thank you for sharing. Gabi, how was for you? Let me know.
Yes, for me it's the same. I really like to participate of the immersions to learning English is the main goal, and to also to talk about a different perspective and learn about this, learn about the we have a different person and they have a different and this is so important to stay open to learn different things and know about about the different thought. And I really believe that we don't know everything, you know, and we are not always right. So we have to stay open with different things.
Exactly that. And here on TNT, it's a kind of this. So normally I try to bring topics to discuss about the life. We are practice English, but at the same time we are discussing about our life, about our perspective, point of view, different experience from different people in a different point of the world. So I think it's interesting this kind of mix because everybody can grow doing that. So because of that, I'm here in this platform. Guys, there's a link here on the chat. Please let me know what you think about the immersion. Evaluate this immersion. It's totally anonymous. I don't know who are writing, but it's important to build the best immersion. If you want to suggest some topic or something like that, feel free to do that. Okay, so it's not easy to think about one topic every single week for some years. So if you want to suggest some topic, feel free to do that. And guys, thank you so much for thank you, Gislaine, Rafa, Fábio, Camila, Madison, Gabi, and Daphne that left. So thank you so much. See you
Thank
in
you,
the next
guys.
week.